Welcome to Imurgence. This is your certificate program in visual analytics using R tools. So today we would be starting off with your tool-based analytics, wherein the focus would be more on how to use existing tools in conjunction with R, that is your basic tool, RStudio, that is your IDE, integrated development environment, and some add-on packages which would help you to explore and do right from data preparation, data manipulation, model building, testing, evaluation, and application of the same in other data sets so as to do predictions and classifications. Now this program assumes that you must have already done our program in R, that is the certificate program in data science and advanced machine learning using R and Python, which includes both the tools. So the basic essential commodity over here would be that you would have done the R part. Now, although we are going to show you how to install the tools right from RStudio, but this assumes that you have already gone through the conceptual layers of data science and machine learning, and right now in this module which you would be undertaking, the focus will be more on application, usage of tool to execute the same things which ideally you do by using a lot of programming. So this module doesn't undertake programming in R. This uses the concepts which you would have learned in our course IDS, or if you would have done our course like certificate program in data science using R, certificate program in machine learning using R programming. So it's assumed that you would have already done either these three modules separately, or you would have done this master program, or you would have done certificate program in data science and advanced machine learning using R, wherein you have already gone through the conceptual framework of data science and machine learning and its implementation in R using core programming. So now to start off with this program, let's see the installation part. So it's quite easy. Just go on our CRAN library. So if you just say CRAN download R and just click on this, you come over here, just click on download R for Windows. If you don't have an existing copy of the same, you would now directly click on install R for first time. So this is the latest version at the time of going into production for us. So it is R 3.6.2. Now I'm using a Windows machine, so I'm going on Windows. If somebody has a Linux machine, he can go for that one, or depending upon whatever systems you're using. So if you're using a Mac, you can accordingly select the versions. Now if I click on this, it will start downloading. So I'll just show you, but I'm going to stop this because I've already kept this copy and I don't need this additional copy because it would take some time to download. So although I have a very fast internet connection over here, but still I don't want to show something which is as redundant as downloading a file. Similarly, we would need RStudio. So we'll just go over here on the RStudio website. Just click over here and then click over here. You can go at different flows and routes. So we click on RStudio desktop. So you have the open source edition, and just click on download RStudio desktop. Again, it has brought us over here. So you have the free version over here. You just click on the download option, and then depending upon whichever machine you have, you will select. So since I have a Windows 10 OS, I would click over here. I'm not clicking, it will start downloading. I will show you where I have already downloaded the files, and I'll say yes. Keep the default as English. Say OK. Say next. It will show you the default path. Keep it as it is. I'm keeping all of this core files, 32-bit, 64-bit, and the message translation. The reason why I'm keeping the 32-bit is because some of the packages which are developed for R are in 32-bit. So the size is just 48 MB. It's not a very huge size for today's systems which have more than 1 TB of disk space. So I'll just keep it as it is, and I'll say next. I'll always keep it over here as no except defaults. Don't make it a yes, keep it as no. Next. Next. Now I don't want a shortcut because I'm not going to access R directly. I'm always going to use RStudio. So my R is the base engine and RStudio will be sitting on top of it, but I would be usually calling RStudio application. So I don't need a desktop shortcut, and I'll keep these two check marked: save registration, save version number, and associate R with .rdata files. Click next. Once this is through, we will start off with the RStudio installation. Now we have to understand that although we are using visual analytics using graphical user interfaces, this is like driving an automatic transmission car. So to really play around with data, you should be working on R codes, right? But at the same time, to speed up the process, to do some simulations, to basically ramp up the pace of work, we might use these automated tools. I'll click on the finish part. Now we'll do the same for RStudio. Say yes. Next. Next. Install. So our primary target is that once we install the RStudio, we are not going to look more on the different aspects of RStudio because that is basically covered in our previous course, that is IDS, or for that matter the certificate program in data science and advanced machine learning using R itself. This is done. So now let's do one thing. Let's search for the application RStudio. Okay, it's already tagged over here. Let's see if this opens up. Okay, it's coming up. So for those who are on older OS, or for some reason if this is not coming up over the taskbar, you can go ahead and search over here the application RStudio. Okay, so in our case it's coming over here, so you can just go over here, then right click this and pin it to the taskbar. So mine is already pinned on the taskbar because I had a previous version of RStudio. I uninstalled it so that I could show you how the installation goes on. That's why by default it came up on the taskbar. Since you would be doing it for the first time, this would be pinned from taskbar, and you'll have to do that so that it gets tagged on the taskbar for easy access. Okay. Now, since our intention is to actually go ahead and do something called as the GUI, that is the graphical user interface version for R, so that we can use the techniques which we have learned in the course of our programs visually rather than doing by code. So further from here we would be seeing how do we do that.